by the Breslover Hasidim, the followers of Rebbe Nachman, major emphasis is put on having many study sessions, many Torah study sessions, even in small quantity, but having a commitment to them. In other words, 5 minutes in this book, 10 minutes in that book, and not just invest all your time studying one book. You have, for example, people who invest all of their energy just in learning Gemara, and they never get to touch Midrash, they never get to touch Zohar, they never get to touch Ein Yaakov, they never get to touch Mishnayot, Tanakh, other very important books. And that goes without saying to make sure you learn Chumash and Rashi, which is the one learning which is mentioned in the Code of Jewish Law that every Jew must do, to do the Parsha of the week with Rashi. It starts with that. So now, all this learning, there's so many books and everything, what to do. So again, in Breslov, it was stressed always, it has always been stressed. Have little sessions if you can. You don't have time, you're working, you're busy, you have all these things to do. But at least break down your time to study sessions, even small ones. And you might say, what value is it? So small, 5-10 minutes? No, it makes a difference. It makes a major difference. The main thing though is commitment. That takes something which you can handle, but to be committed with it, to go with it, and to be strong with it. And to see how it works out, God willing. Of course, there's always obstacles, but sometimes the obstacles are just too much, and it's like Hashem is trying to tell you maybe to change. But in the main, small works out beautiful, and in time, you yourself will be amazed how much you begin to amass in knowledge, in knowing ideas of the Torah, and things become familiar. So this is one major advice in Torah studies, especially now in this period after Tishrei, the beginning of the new year, Cheshvan, that people are full of energy and inspiration to start new. It's a new year, let's start again. So it's important to be able to take study sessions, but to learn a bit of everything. Not to be reserved for just one area. Take time to learn many teachings, even a little bit, but to do that and to be committed to it, B'ezrat Hashem. And God willing, as time goes on, you will see changes. Another important thing is to keep on going. To explain this idea, Rebbe Nachman, he instructed at a certain period for Rav Nosson, his disciple, to begin to learn Kabbalah, to begin to learn the book Etz Chaim. And Rav Nosson, who had not yet entered the world of learning Kabbalah, was very hesitant and very scared, very panicky, and he told Rebbe Nachman, but what if I don't understand? He knew that he was going to be entering into a world which was in a way, in his opinion, above his level. So he told Rebbe Nachman, what if I don't understand what I'm learning? So Rebbe Nachman told him, take a pencil, and whenever you get to a segment, a section which you don't understand, mark it down with the pencil and keep on going. And continue until you finish the book and start again. And when you start again, you will, when you reach the second time, these areas that you didn't understand, you will begin to see that you understand, and you can begin to erase those points. And Rav Nosson said afterwards that as he would go on and on learning the Etz Chaim by the Arizal, there were less and less pencil marks. In other words, he began to know more because of covering the ground, and so much more knowledge was amassed, so that when reading and learning this passage, this section, a second time, after so much learning has taken place in between, he was more readily able to understand what he was learning. This is a very important advice, because you have certain people who are so tough and strict and square. No, I have to understand every single detail. It's not like that. You have to understand to be quick to cover ground. You try understanding, it doesn't work out. Don't break your head over it. Keep on going. This is a very important fundamental second advice, which helps you to cover ground, because you're learning so much in the meantime. You come across these teachings, you read, you go over the books again and again and again, so now your understanding is much more clear. You don't have to wait until you ask this certain person to explain. You just keep on going. You try to understand, it didn't work, you keep on going. So again, it's if you want to say the quantity, not the quality so much, but the quantity of the learning, small dosages that are manageable, but to cover and taste a bit of everything. Rebbe Nachman once said, it's important that you have a connection to every book of the Torah, that you spend time in Chumash, Tanakh, Mishnah, Gemara, Shulchan Aruch, Midrash, Zohar, Chassidut for sure, and if you're at that level, Kabbalah. It's important that you go through the entire spectrum of the Torah to be connected, to be familiar with it. To do so, though, you have to start now. You can't wait until, let me finish this, let me get back to basics. You can reach a point that your whole life you're stuck on the basics. If not now, when? So because of that, to cover ground, and also not to get stuck. The main thing Rebbe Nachman said in learning is the speed, is to go at a good pace, but not to spend too much time, and you will see literally miracles in your Torah study. And all the purpose again of Torah study is this enhances your awareness of Hashem, and the awareness of Hashem begins to fuel your emunah, so that your emunah is at a higher level now, and this affects your davening, your awareness that Hashem is in your life, and that He's running your life and running the world. And there's nothing to be afraid of if now you believe clearly that Hashem is running your life.